Now on an absolutely perfect night in the Lone Star State, the roof's been opened, and we're ready for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Tonight, the final dress rehearsal, week 3 of the preseason, and we got a good matchup on tap, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Set for football now at AT&T Stadium. Brandon Aubrey has the honors, and we are underway here in Arlington. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
To throw right away is Shuck. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kobe Durant. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Intercepted. The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
At the 7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Prescott to throw it. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Ferguson. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
You could really see him work through his progressions after the defense took away his first option. And that's easier said than done, especially when you aren't in the flow of the game yet. That's the kind of decision-making they're going to need all game long.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Saints will take over possession here up at the 44.
Even the most tenured quarterbacks can still get fooled from time to time. He clearly thought he had a throwing lane, but the defense shut it down and picked it off. I'm sure he's frustrated with himself, but I'm also sure he'll shake it off.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Now 2nd and 3. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here's Shuck. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
To throw now, Shuck. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for in week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays, and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, Shuck. Oh, and that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
A 52-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their second drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points to their own.
Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Prescott. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Prescott. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to again amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 7. To throw is Shuck. This one taken in by Olave. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. A give, running right, Achane. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now Shuck. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number two, as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That goes as a gain of 37 on third down.
First down.
These preseason games are big in the development of rookie receivers, and now their teams want to see if they're going to be truly NFL caliber. So oftentimes, offensive coordinators will call certain plays to see how they react. Give them a big check mark for that one.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Shuck now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
From the gun, Shuck. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. Williams loses the football, and this is picked up by the Saints. Inside the 10, and he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now stands at 13. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
They go with Blue between the tackles. And hard running's going to get him over to 40 to the 42. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Here's 3rd and 3. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing, Chuck. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I can put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll look to throw. That is caught. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Chuck again. He lets it go deep for Olave. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, the Saints turn to Ryan Wright to punt. Kevontae Turpin deep for the Cowboys. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked up by Justin Reed.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
This is Achane.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Rashawn Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss.
First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
The quick throw complete into the flat out left.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. They'll set up a throw. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
He may go back to the home and have a little discussion with his passer. You know, maybe you don't have to leave me quite that much. But on that play, bailed him out in a big way, didn't he?
He did indeed. Hey, at least he gets to put it on the highlight reel. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the Cowboys' 17-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Touchdown, New Orleans.
From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need to rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down and 6. Here's Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off by Jonas Sanker. And the Saints are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get him.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line of the red zone. Now a first and 10 at the 11. Following the interception, here's Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Throwing, Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Lots of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now Prescott. That is caught at the 7-yard line. They'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Will Dissly, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
The kicker,
Landon Aubrey now for the extra point.
That is good, and that'll make it 20-7.
Makes the score Saints 20, Cowboys 7. Brandon Aubrey to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Shuck.
And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
A gain of
15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll drop the throw.
Right side pulled in by Tyson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half.
Now a 2nd and 2. Here's Shuck.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A chance to really cap off a big 1st half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
To throw now, Shuck.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. To the air again is Shuck. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And he's into the clear. And he takes this one back into the end zone. The Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards one. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point, and now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Prescott. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Prescott. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Prescott now. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Now Shuck. Eluding the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
3rd and 3. They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, 63 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Charlie Smith to kick off for New Orleans.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
But these guys got to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Prescott. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a second down and 6. They run it again with Williams. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Prescott to throw it. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Javonte Williams, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead will shrink to 6.
21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And hard running's going to get him over to 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And now an audible here into something else. Running right, here's Achane. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. In motion goes the tight end. Throwing, Shuck. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Cowboys will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. 55 yards. And the Cowboys strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that will put them on top here in the third.
27. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now.
There he goes, right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kendre Miller, 65 yards. And the Saints have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Smith now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Makes the score Saints 34, Cowboys 28. Charlie Smith to kick off for New Orleans.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Again, it's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 60 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Howell, he'll look to throw it. Able to get away. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. Here's Bryan Anger now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. A 1st down carry now for Miller. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively is something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. From the gun, here's Rattler. Dumps it complete to Miller. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14. Rattler wants to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Here's Howell. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's caught inside the 30. A big play here for Dallas. 44 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Back to throw, Howell. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Howell down to throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
They'll run it again with Miller. Avoids him at the 40. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
And this is exactly what you're looking to do offensively. If you can start stringing some runs together like this, you'll keep churning out first downs. And that's going to put you in a great position to carry this one home.
Here we go. 33, yellow.
They'll try and run some clock here with Miller. And it's picked up by the Cowboys.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The fumble on first down. Now here's 2nd down. Running left is Miller. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Throwing is Rattler. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. And Howe will throw it.
Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Saints' 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Second and 6 coming up. Powell.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's 3rd down.
Now Blue trying the right side. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. Powell to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the 1st down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
Here we go, 1st and goal.
Handoff, Blue running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jaden Blue taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from taking the lead here in the 4th.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
They're on 28-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
That's caught by Palmer.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll look to throw.
And that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Let's go.
They'll go. Here's Rattler.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
The ball carrier. He's brought down by Deion Jones. Brought down back at the 45-yard line.